What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of RGTP. I am your host, Lewis, and with me on this fine Friday, of course, it's my good brother.
Oh, good brother, huh?
How we doing today, Mom? You get it? Because it's wrestling!
Yeah, dude, get it. And they said, Japan, bro, if y'all can go that way. That video was so funny, but I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing good. Can't wait to talk about some of the things that have been taking over this last week or so. It's been a very eventful, a lot of things going on, good and bad, and we finally got some traction on a story that we have been waiting for. We'll jump into that in just a moment, but we will be doing our Halloween Havoc prediction in just a little bit. Later on, probably to wrap up the show. We'll probably wrap up the show with the predictions. We'll talk some Bray Wyatt. A lot of interesting shit happened last week with his promo. A little bit of AEW. So let's get right into it. Starting in AEW, we finally have news after the all-out fallout that happened at Backstage Brawl. Ace Steel has officially been released from his AEW contract. Mamba said it here Wednesday to close out the show. The Biter is gone.
It's gone, yeah.
And now we have heard news that
time for the main event.
CM Punk might be essentially working on a buyout agreement to be released from his contract from AEW. And what is the current holdup, if all things are to be truly reported and are true, it is the non-compete clause, because there is some fear that there is potential chance that with what's going on in WWE, there's a chance CM Punk jumps ship on over there. I doubt know.
I doubt that.
But Mamba,
I really doubt
we finally got our first bit of news. What are your thoughts on the first initial reports?
Good. Like it sounds like the locker room's happy that this is coming to an end, right? And it sounds like a good majority of them are definitely happy that Punk may be gone. And it was cool when Punk came back, right? Like it was very fun to see him back, because it was like, will we ever see Punk wrestle again? If he does, where would it be? And then AEW comes around, and then there's like, oh, will Punk come to AEW now that there's someone else other than WWE? It was great to see him back. It was inevitable that he gets that title, and I think everybody understood that. But for it to be at the expense of storylines, like it really did. It really did kind of throw AEW down a hole, right? And then everything just happening at all out. I'm just happy it's over. Almost over, should I say. The non-compete, he has to have one. It'd probably be like 60, 90 days like a normal one, right? But they definitely want more, depending on how many years he has on that contract. How do you feel? You happy he's gone? You sad he's gone?
Personally,
I don't give a personally.
Shit. I don't give a shit if he's on my screen or not. Love CM Punk, I really do, but it's totally fine. Yeah. The industry will continue.
Of course.
We've seen it over the years. All these great megastars go down. Cena starts dwindling down. Undertaker, Kurt. You know what I mean?
But these none guys really went out like this.
Not with as much controversy over the last few years, you know what I mean? But it's, the world still spun around when Danielson was on the bench before he came back.
Yep.
World spun around when Paige was out. Like, it's fine. Michaels and all of these legends all hang it up. And it's probably about time. You have been injured twice now.
Twice, bro.
That's into ridiculous. Your title reign lasting like less than 4 or 5 days.
Yeah, it was like 6 days, I think.
It's tough. It's probably time to just take a back seat and give it up, because outside of just, I get it, it's a business and you're drawing numbers and that's all anyone ever gives a shit about, but how much are you really elevating AEW, considering this is sort of the other side of the sword? You know what I mean?
Right. You can always go be an actor on Heels. That's a solid show if you never watched it. It's on Stars. Have you never seen it? It's a wrestling show.
I know.
He's actually on it in season 1. He's pretty good. You can go there. It's fine. Wants to be a wrestler, but not be in a company anymore, because
the non-compete was going to be tough, because are they going to be willing to just take him back? Like, is WWE just going to be like, yeah, let's just, throw this money out at you and we'll just bring you back in and it is what it is? Because, like, I don't know. We lost Mamba for a second. Probably be rejoining us. There he is.
They didn't like that joke at all. My internet said none of that. We
You
would
didn't even
not
get
have
to get
you.
the joke off.
Oh
And you
no,
got cut out.
it was just him being on heels, pretty much. He can go do
Yeah.
that.
The non-compete holdup was crazy. So, will he
Yep.
really go back to WWE? Will he be willing to
I doubt it.
put the differences aside?
I think
Is
him
he
and Triple
wrestling
H.
Triple H at
Yeah,
WrestleMania?
I think him and Triple H have maybe.
They're wrestling at Mania.
Maybe they can.
They're wrestling
but
at
like,
Mania.
remember when I said he was gonna pull up at Mania, bro? Even more chance of that happening now.
That'd be so fucking hilarious. After talking shit to MJF about, working the fourth day of the weekend spectacular bullshit during their feud, and he goes back to be on the Mania. Like, that would
his injury is what messes it up, right? Because they're gonna want the non-compete to be after the injury because he can't do anything during the injury, and that's 6 to 8 months, and then they're gonna want another 2 months, 2.5 months maybe. Who knows, dude? Maybe a year if it's multiple years left on the contract.
6 months minimum. So he's out for about a year and a half. I would say it would be a 6-month minimum.
Yeah, nah. He can go somewhere else. It's okay.
Going to Impact.
They don't need that. They do not need that.
Going to Impact. He ain't going to New Japan. That's for damn sure. They hit way too fucking hard for his old ass, and he's already dwindling down.
Did you see Viking go? He came over. He got his US
He's
visa.
supposed to be, yes. Soon he should be starting to take dates. He will definitely be in AEW at some point.
Very excited for that. He gonna pull up and wrestle Phoenix again?
Probably.
That'd be lit. Maybe Roosh.
Most likely. I think some of the Mexican guys will get together and be like, hey, let's get you on TV right away.
Right.
Get you here on a Wednesday.
Bandito is over there too now.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We'll get him on a Wednesday Dynamite or something like that. Maybe get a Rampage match, work like 2 matches on TV during the month and see where it goes from there. But he's gonna get interest. He's so gonna get interest. Put him in Legato.
Put him in Legato. I don't know about that.
Kidding. But I think that's as we move on from no, it's not. From the backstage politics to in the ring, our Full Gear main event has been officially announced. MJF will cash in his chip on Jon Moxley at Full Gear for the AEW World Championship. It is official. Hangman sadly could not continue. Suffered what many believe are a concussion in his match versus Jon Moxley. I don't know if they fully audibled into that. The promo after the fact. I don't know.
Yeah,
I would assume so because everything felt and looked truly legit. And
you can see the fear on Taz's eyes too. Like
whoever came up with that bounce back to be like, hey, get out there, shoot these 2 promos, like, let's go. Fucking amazing. An absolutely, truly amazing way to end the show. And if MJF improvised all that shit off the top of the dome, that would be insane. Unless it was probably maybe a promo to be had, like, further down the line, closer to Full Gear, maybe. And they just had to do it now. I'm all for it. The promo was great. I'm excited for the outcome of this.
He wants no excuses.
MJF. It's MJF.
No excuses for when MJF wins.
It's MJF.
Is MJF winning?
It's MJF.
Is he though?
It's MJF.
I gotta ride with Mox, bro. I do.
It's MJF.
But probably will. Great promo. Hope Hangman's okay. Like that was just so out of nowhere, right? And then I was like, is this real? And then when they went to Taz and commentary and they were like not showing the ring at all, I was like, this is not good. But only a concussion, thankfully, right?
My man. Heartbreaking. It is.
You want to talk about a promo though with MJF? That promo earlier in the night with Regal and him.
Regal?
Oh my! Yo, MJF was like, "Yeah, hold my beer, bro," and then Regal was like, "Nah, bro, you hold my whiskey, bro. I'm about to just torch you and get everybody back on my side." It's fantastic.
Truly spectacular. I'm excited for it. I think MJF is going to win this, and I'll tell you what. I think MJF already signed his extension.
Oh yeah, you think it's past 2024?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think he will win the world championship, and then we're gonna get sort of the presidential campaign, the 2024
Okay.
bidding war, and he's just gonna rock with it while he's champion.
I
Honestly,
hear.
I think that's what it's gonna be. I think that the whole reason for the voicemail to air and making sure Tony Khan's in there, like you don't have to sign the extension, just be
Right.
there. Like I think all that is, I think
Well,
it's
I mean,
all.
he got a little extension, right? Is that what he said though? Like he got like a year or two with the millions of dollars.
I have no,
No,
I don't think so.
he got a pay raise, is what I know. That was his main
I
thing
think
that he
he
wanted from all the
Yeah.
promos.
I think he signed, and the bidding war for
Okay,
2024 is
is
all
a
just a
facade.
yeah,
Oh, this lying piece of shit, bro.
exactly.
Pac has his nickname. He is the true bastard over there.
He is that's just the way I feel
That
like
could
it's
be
gonna go.
interesting though. Yeah,
I
no,
feel
I
like
mean,
that's just the way it's gonna go, riding into the rest of next year.
yeah,
Who dethrones him will be a totally
Page.
different.
It'll be Page.
I don't know. Maybe,
It'll be Page. Let's
maybe.
be honest. MJF is running AEW how he sees fits, and he's just buying all the wins left and right. Page is gonna come back and be
No,
like, "Bro, I am sick of your bullshit. I'm putting the devil down."
maybe, but I doubt it. I hope. No, I doubt it.
Who better to take on the devil than a cowboy, bro?
Trust me, I love Hangman. I would be all for it, but I don't think he dethrones him. I don't know who dethrones him. Truthfully, it'll definitely be something. It just the story felt right.
Mox will get his fourth, man.
Well, he needs
Just
to
go
go on
back to it.
vacation. Leave him
He
alone. That man
does.
needs to go
He
on
does.
vacation. My poor dude needs a break. Now they brought in his wife to give him some time together.
Yo, she is great.
Dip out.
When Billy
She's
Gunn
always
wanted to
been
do the
good.
scissoring, she was like, "No,
She's
no,
always
you
been good.
can't do that, bro." It's the
She's
little
always been
things
good.
in it though that she
Yeah.
does. It
At least
boost
she can pick up.
to who was the person before? It was the guy, right?
Tony Schiavone did a few, and then the other guy, like the white dude with the glasses, the other white
Okay,
guy.
yeah. See, don't even remember him. Don't even remember him. Sorry,
She's
didn't mean to
obvious.
shit on him.
She's obviously a major upgrade.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm excited for it. We'll obviously see the rest of the card for Full Gear announced over the coming month or so, till we get there. But the main event is set. MJF Moxley. That should be cool.
should be
From one
great.
AEW owned promotion to another one. The Ring of Jericho continues to run rampant in AEW. Chris Jericho takes out Dalton Castle and continues to disrespect the ROH title, hitting Jerry Lynn with a
Yeah,
tombstone pile driver on the rampway, almost beating up Ian on commentary. Like, what is going on with Chris Jericho
and
and
Jerry Lynn was an
who's gonna
ROH
beat him?
champ, right? Jerry
Yes,
Lynn was an
that's been the whole
that's why
thing.
they can't do a match,
He's
right?
been
Like,
destroying
yeah,
ROH
he
champions.
had to
That's
take
the
him
run right now.
out, yeah, in a way of not a match. Tombstone or Power Driver on top, fuck it, right? Who beats him? I think one of the young guys, Yuta, potentially. I really do think Yuta
Let's
will
see
beat
what
him
he's
down the
beating
line, but
Claudio. He
yep,
beat Danielson. He
yep.
beat Bandito and now Dalton Castle.
And when you watch the promo with Renee when she was interviewing Danielson and Yuta was like, "Bruh, you're like, do you remember I'm a
You're
part of this?
blind.
Like, you're literally talking this dude up who beat the shit out of you, turned on you, has the Dragon Slayer and his shit. Like, he doesn't respect you, and you're gonna sit here and say like he's the greatest wrestler you see. Yuta should feel slighted by that. Like, Yuta has beaten Garcia multiple times. Garcia just got him this last time, right? Like, I think Yuta will eventually get that ROH title off of Jericho.
Wow.
I do. And then you can have Danielson and Claudio. They'll be a tag team.
No, I doubt it. I doubt it.
Gotta get titles on them somehow, bro.
I doubt it. I think if the route is to be made, I think it gotta be Danielson.
I hear him. Yeah.
I think you just run back the fourth one and Danielson wins that belt at some point.
I hear him.
To be honest, because if he's just gonna beat former
I thought
ROH
they were gonna do
champions,
it when the match happened.
yeah, but yeah, we needed Daniel Garcia to make sure he swore his allegiance to
What a
the Jericho
dickhead.
Appreciation Society.
Dickhead.
So.
Yep.
stupid. I don't know because he's just beating
It's
up
great
former
though. It's
ROH
great though.
champions, so
Yep.
they're just like calling out, calling up all the guys here
Who
and
has
there.
Adam
Who
Cole?
hasn't? There's a bunch. Adam
I
Cole,
said
Samoa
Adam
Joe,
Cole
Jay
too
Lethal.
when
There's
Jericho
literally
got it.
Roosh.
Yeah.
There's literally so many on the roster. Literally, there's a couple on the
Yo.
roster alone, which is why I'm like, it's not gonna be like a main roster person right now.
Yeah.
Obviously, a main roster. But like, if it's just gonna keep beating up on the former ROH champions that aren't signed to any promotions or that can come over to work a match, because like he shouldn't beat Samoa Joe or Roosh,
Oh, probably
Adam
not.
Cole.
I
Like
mean,
these are
Roosh
just
could be
some of
an
the
interesting
guys.
match.
Danielson was obviously had the shaky finish.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of. They have a few. Punk is obviously a former ROH World Champion.
No. Give me Adam Cole or Wheeler Yuta.
I don't know.
Yeah. I did see a report that Adam Cole might not wrestle again. I hope that was so false.
Yeah,
I hope that was so
there's
false.
some speculation that he might have suffered a more legitimate concussion than some people think, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see.
Oh, O'Reilly as well, bro. O'Reilly would be great to take that title off of him. Yeah. Yeah. Give me O'Reilly. Cole,
I see
or
O'Reilly losing.
Hey.
Cole would be great.
His match with John when it was the interim title was good. Him to win.
Yeah.
It was a battle royal.
Battle
That he
Royal.
won.
Yeah.
Give me O'Reilly, Cole, or Yuta.
I had to pick Cole or Yuta. But nonetheless, from AEW to WWE, before we get into our predictions, we're going to talk about one more superstar who has returned to the company. The promos have run wild. The vignettes have gone crazy. The speculation has been immense.
It's been
Bray
so good.
Wyatt is back. On Friday night SmackDown last week, he gave us a truly emotional. He wasn't Bray Wyatt. Let's face it, he wasn't Bray Wyatt. He was Wyndham. He was himself. He was natural. Almost cried out there in the middle of the ring. You could hear it in his voice.
Yep.
Has an amazing moment out there in the ring, thanking the fans, telling a story about
saving his life.
You know what I mean?
Him
Like
losing people close to him.
Such a powerful and emotional journey that he's had in the last few years, like he mentioned. And then it ends with him getting cut off.
Yep.
By the weird mask.
With red eyes.
Yes. There's a lot of speculation. Well, is this the what was I seeing? There was some trademarks at WWE. Yes. There was a trademark filed for an Uncle
Harper. There was Happy, right?
Something like that. I don't know if it was Happy or what it was, but there was definitely an Uncle Harper and another one that they filed
Howdy
for.
Uncle Howdy.
Uncle Howdy. So is it one of these personas of Bray Wyatt? Is Bray Wyatt's first feud against himself? Against his demons? Against the former shades of Bray Wyatt?
How do you pull that off, though?
Okay. Husker the Pig? Husky Harris.
Yeah, no, I get that.
You know what I mean?
How do you
like
have the matches? Like, do you have them always in the mask and it's someone else wrestling? Like, do you do it like a movie, like
it's all CGI? And it's all
okay.
Bray fighting in his bedroom.
CGI. All right.
Bray fighting in his bedroom, all over the firehouse.
Hello, how are you doing?
Kids are going crazy. But yeah, have him fight all over the firehouse, whatever the fuck.
Firefly
Funhouse.
Yeah, it's too many F's in a row.
Way too many. Yeah, and just have like that. I think that'd be so funny.
Yeah,
think that'd be so funny and so creative.
I'm still split on what I want. Like, if it's a faction, great. If it's him wrestling himself and it's just him, great. Like, just give me something, right? I need to see more before I make a definitive, I like this or I don't like this. Because right now, everything that they've done, I cannot remember a time I've been this invested in a WWE storyline or a storyline in general in wrestling. every time I got on Twitter, I wanted to see what the QR code was, if something else had been said, like talking to you off this on the party text, my sister text, like it's been so captivating and it's so refreshing that they're doing it that I'm along for the ride waiting to see what happens. Like, I have what I maybe want to see, and they may show us something completely different and it's better than what we were thinking, right? And that's no conclusions yet. Like, I'm just so open-minded with this because it looks so good.
I absolutely respect that. I can't wait. I'm hoping it's just himself. I don't know how he's gonna pull it off. That is gonna be the interesting part of it.
With the promo, how long before you were like, okay, this does seem genuine, but then you felt like, okay, he's kind of switching. Like, it did feel the whole thank you telling, like, saving him and stuff like that was genuine, but I feel like a good majority of the promo was like building that new character for him,
You felt the buildup
Yeah,
coming.
a little bit, yeah.
Maybe
And
his
then
new
he
character
just got
is
cut
just
off.
himself. Yeah, maybe his new
Maybe,
character
yeah.
is just himself, just a natural Wyndham Rotunda, just straight up him and no gimmick in a sense. And then all the other gimmicks are what's trying to come through. I'm telling you, if it comes out to be like Split, I'm all
Yeah.
for it. I would love
What's
to
that
see how it
movie
plays out.
where the dude Monster, he has like stupid amount of personalities, and there's one where he's just like,
Split.
yeah, okay, my bad,
It's Split, but
yeah,
the after Split, I forget what the second movie is.
yeah,
With Samuel Jackson in the
and
wheelchair, and he's
yep,
I
and you
know.
have
I forget what that
yeah,
movie is.
if
What
it's something
that
like
one's
that,
called,
yep,
but yes, that one's
Glass.
after Split. Glass.
Samuel L. Jackson is Glass, his movie, and then there
That's what
was
it is.
yep,
Yeah, exactly. Split. And
yeah,
then you can have the
it's pretty
Fiend be
good,
the freaky bulky guy. I'm telling, it
yeah.
could work out. They just need to, or
Don't rush
whoever,
anything.
creative, Bray, Triple H, WWE, whatever, whoever, and however they're engineering all this, if they can pull it off, it's gonna be amazing.
Oh yeah, I mean
It's
it's already
gonna be amazing.
amazing. Just
Yeah,
the interaction with everything alone has made it amazing. But you want the payoff to actually matter.
yeah.
You don't want it to be like, oh, so what's next? Well, like you want it to make sure it builds an appropriate hype and they pay that off, but they're able to keep that, and people aren't like, oh, okay, he's just back to being a superstar now.
True, true. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. He must have come back with some idea in mind, and I think the fans are gonna back him up no matter what. Whether it sucks, doesn't
Yeah,
suck, it
I hear it.
sticks, doesn't stick. I think he'll figure it out. But nonetheless, it is time for some Halloween Havoc predictions.
So good.
We usually always hit the WWE pay-per-views. A couple weeks ago, we did Extreme Rules. Now NXT rolls around. So good to have an takeover, but it's not a takeover, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels on the call today did announce the next NXT pay-per-view will be called NXT Deadline. So it's going to be interesting to see what that is. Yes.
Okay.
It'll be Deadline. If I remember correctly seeing that, I saw that report a little earlier. We'll see what that means and how that goes.
See, hold on. I'm sorry to interrupt, but like that alone, like you're literally saying, I wonder what that's gonna lead to. It's literally the name of a pay-per-view for NXT, and you're like, why is it called Deadline? What is the deadline? Right.
Wow.
That's great. I love it.
Wow. I can't wait to see.
It.
They always come up with some wild names.
Yep.
We had Great Balls of Fire a couple years ago, Roadblock a couple years ago. Now we have,
that roadblock, John Bond, Dean Ambrose. My bad. Dean Ambrose at the time should have been Triple H, bro. He should have. I digress. NXT Halloween Havoc.
Yeah, I hear it. Yeah, our official return Halloween Havoc back on our Saturday. This will be tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern time, hosted by none other than Shotzi from SmackDown, who will have a tag team title match, I believe, tonight.
Yes.
And the Super Diva.
So great.
Quincy Elliott. I absolutely love everything this man does. We'll start with these two for now. They're not wrestling in any matches.
Nope.
But they have been, over the last few weeks, sort of picking up. We'll start with Shotzi, obviously on the SmackDown roster, has turned babyface. It was reported that Aaliyah is injured for a little bit longer than expected, and they needed a babyface to basically another babyface on the roster, and they thought it'd be perfect to have Shotzi, and I'm all for it.
It is perfect.
I'm all
She
for
should
it.
have never been healed.
She got the tank back. She's riding around, bringing Roxanne Perez down to the ring, bringing down Raquel Rodriguez down into the ring. She's looking cool. She's blasting the cannons. Shotzi's moving up a little bit. How are we feeling about Shotzi? You know, she comes down to NXT. We obviously, you know, we saw Kevin Owens. We saw Rhea, the whole Judgment Day down there. We saw Raquel
The
obviously
Good
came
Brothers.
back down there. Good Brothers came down there. We had a huge influx, but Shotzi comes back, and what a better, no better host than Shotzi on for a Halloween.
Yeah, when they put up the graphic, it was like, "Who's our special guest gonna be?" I literally texted you immediately. It was like, "It's gonna be Shotzi, right?" Like, she just loves the spooky Halloween, the gore. Like that's her. So just every year, Grayson Waller was good that one year. He was a good host. But Shotzi's about to kill it again. And you have Quincy next to her. You're going to be laughing every time they come on the screen. It's going to be great.
Right. I hear it. How are we feeling about Quincy Elliott? They got some intriguing stuff going on. He wants to see Zion, Quinn take his shirt off and stuff. He's smacking Hank, the security guard, on the ass. He's getting smacked on back.
Yeah, him and Hank seem like they might form a little tag team, and it could be interesting.
What the hell? Yeah. I love it. It is hilarious. How are we feeling about Quincy so far? Because
it's fun.
He's actually someone we talk about. Like,
because it's fun because he doesn't
the day and
care.
age that we're in right now.
He does not care, right? Like, he's gonna go out there. He's gonna. It's the most ridiculous. That man twerks on the ring pole, right? He twerks in the ring with the ref. Like, he doesn't care, and that's what makes him so great. He's gonna get over with. People love him in that crowd.
Yep.
Like, the crowd goes crazy for him because he's fun. You want to watch fun people. Yeah, you can have the boring ones, you know, where they're hitting people hard, but like Quincy's fun. It's hard not to root for him.
Yep. Nah, for sure. It's definitely, I'm glad the crowd likes him because we've seen it literally just on Tuesday night. They were quick to basically forget about Roxanne and cheer the fuck out of Rhea.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, things like that. There was another moment that I was just like, oh, Mandy Rose comes out and no one gives a fuck about Elba Fire no more. So it's like the NXT crowd, because it's so small, their opinions are very easily heard. Yep. You know what I mean? So it's good that Quincy is getting backed up because he's a fucking super diva. He's a super diva, and we love it here. We love it.
If you want the butterfly diva belt to come back, give it to him.
No way.
You said it too. Give him that belt. Like, if they want to make a joke, like that Maria said, like, it should come back, and Mickey and them all came out and was like, no, keep it away. But like, they could do a slight little segment with him with the title, maybe. Like, maybe they go through the warehouse and like they see the title there, and he takes it. So the next time he comes out, he's got it around his arm. He's like, I'm the super diva, bro.
That would be some funny ass shit. That would be some funny ass shit. Yeah, I would actually really like to see that.
Yes,
but let's move on to actual matches on the card. We'll start with some non-title matches. A feud that's been brewing for a little while now. Apollo Crews finally gets his hands on the Grayson Waller Mamba. Who wins and why?
Apollo, because it'd be kind of weird if he lost story-wise. Yeah, like, if he blinds this man and makes his eyes bleed and stuff, and then he goes into this match, and it'll probably be a great match, a good match, you know?
Should be a good match, yes.
But if he loses to Grayson Waller, it feels like it would stall him where he already is, and it's probably don't need any more stalling for Apollo Crews, because this character that he's, I'm kind of not. I kind of don't feel it. I want to see where it's going because it's weird,
right?
But I don't know how to feel about his character right now.
Yeah, I'm wondering if there's any chance. I'm gonna go with Apollo on this one too, just because I feel like he's gonna stick around in NXT for a little while. But I'm wondering if he ends up losing here, is this a sign that maybe he's actually back on the come up?
Is he gonna embrace faction?
No, but maybe they just shift him back up and do something else with him now. Because obviously NXT is moving in into a new space. A huge influx of NXT UK talent has come in. Now we have some main roster people, shifting in and out. If reports are to be true, more people will be down there. One of the names I'm hearing, and at least that I've saw, it's thought said Shinsuke might actually be staying down in NXT for a little while.
He pulled up too.
Maybe, yes. There is reports that maybe Shinsuke might be due up for a little bit of an NXT run over the next couple of months.
A two-time champ, bro.
So, getting another guy on the roster.
Take the title from Braun?
I don't think so.
Oh, that'd be weird.
We'll talk about that a little bit later on. But yeah, I think Crew's going to stay there. But if he does lose, I think this might be something where they decide to bring him back up because maybe Triple H just has something else in mind for him.
I would love a world title run for Shinsuke.
Not even the guy we're talking about.
No, what are you talking about? You just said what is his the next thing? You said Shinsuke, but Apollo. I don't know. I really don't. His Nigerian Prince stuff, it was over. Heel-wise, it was over. But he's never really, even before coming up to the main roster, there wasn't much done in NXT before he was called up, and everybody was like, he probably should have stayed a little bit longer, and Triple H is going to get the most out of him. I just don't know what that is.
Right.
The work he's doing, it's interesting, but it's not captivating. It's weird. So I'm like, what is this leading to? And that's what keeps me watching to see what it leads to. But I don't know if any of this would really be over. But maybe, because the main roster is getting a little bit weirder with the way the people like Dexter and Carrion, and then you got Bray coming in. Maybe Apollo can't have some sort of supernatural. It'd be interesting. It would be interesting how they go about it.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. For now, we're both in agreement. Apollo looks like he's going to win essentially his first feud in NXT. It's been kind of long, a little spaced out, a little dragged on. We'll obviously have to see where it goes. But nonetheless, on to another one. Weapons Wild match. Roxanne Perez finally gets to get her hands on Cora Jade, pretty much. But yeah, these women, former tag team champions together. Obviously, you have big dreams. This is the young foundation of the women's division. I don't think it's necessarily the foundation of the women's division.
It's part of it.
Yeah, they're more on the younger.
It'll be a good part of it.
They're more on the younger side. Obviously, they want us to care about these two women.
21, 22 type shit.
You know what I'm saying? Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez are basically mirror images of each other, and that's sort of the story that they've been spitting. Jade has been, was here first, did it all first. Things of that nature. She was sort of this, underdog it girl for a little while, and now Roxanne Perez comes in and basically stole her whole sunshine. I'm going Cora Jade on this because I'm going Cora Jade.
Put the pipe down, bro.
I'm going Cora Jade on this one. As much as after the DQ finish, I was like, yeah, that probably means Roxanne's winning. Considering she also did take a loss later earlier on in the night.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say heel prevails on this one in this weapons match, and we're gonna get a piece of that.
Okay.
I don't think it's over. I don't think this is gonna end here. I think this is maybe the first of probably two matches. Maybe we'll get one on
they already had
another.
One. Cora won by cheating.
Oh, it was the stupid stick thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That ugly ass thing. No, I think Jade wins this one, and they'll end up having another match somewhere down the line. But I'm going with the heels on this one.
And I'm going Roxanne for literally the reasons that you said. She got destroyed by Rhea, pretty much.
Right.
And then the DQ, it was just her way of getting out of the match and saving herself for Saturday, right? Roxanne's coming in to beat her ass, pretty much. I just hope she doesn't look like the ref, because that was kind of weird. I was like, who's the ref here? Come on. We're not supposed to look like the ref,
It'd be like
Roxanne's winning. She's winning. And then the third match happens, and we can go from there.
I hear it. I do. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, this feud has been rather interesting. As we move on, a feud with a lot of bad blood. Someone going to get their ass whooped, and they're going to get their ass whooped so bad, they're leaving in an ambulance. Julius Creed versus Damon Kemp in an ambulance match. if Damon Kemp wins, Brutus is out of NXT. We saw Roddy finally back on our screens, all banged up,
Yeah.
neck braced up, in a wheelchair. He wants Julius to get this dub.
Sorry, guys.
Diamond Mine forever.
Yep.
Mamba, who wins and why?
I'm going Damien.
Oh.
I'm going Damien, and it's simply for the Diamond Mine call up. And just Brutus and Julian. I think they'll both get called up.
We bring
and maybe not off rip, right? It'll be like, oh my God, I gotta leave. Where am I gonna go? And then he's like, I'll figure out a way to get you back. He tries to get his brother back. There's no way to get him back, and then they just move on.
Interesting.
Yep.
But
it's probably not gonna happen, but
if they end up going that route, I would hope that it goes Legato's route, and Brutus is like, all right, guys, I'm out of here, and Julius has his bag, and he's like, I'm going with you.
Yeah,
and then they can go wrestle American Alpha in like a month.
I'm going with you too.
They can go wrestle American Alpha in like a month. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
That's real wrestling.
I think this is the way to call them up.
Just have them all leave. Does Roddy stay with him?
And
if Ivy goes, does that mean Tatum Paxley's gonna tag along?
See, I was gonna say I don't think the women will come with them. I think they'll probably stay like they did to Legato. Will Roddy join? Probably not. It would be cool if Roddy he first appeared with them to be like, hey, I know y'all barely know me, but I've been in NXT for a little while, and this tag team I'm bringing out, y'all are going to like them. And then they come out to whatever their names are, because they probably won't be Diamond Mine, right?
I hope so.
Maybe.
I wouldn't be against it.
If that's the case, then you might as well just bring them all.
I think it'll start making... I think it's slowly what Triple H is eventually going to want to do. I think eventually he'll be...
factions, baby.
He'll be all done with the name changing and stuff like that, and everybody will sort of be back to whatever. If you came up from NXT with your name...
You'd have the Creed brothers, but... They're gonna get over the Creed brothers. I mean, it could.
Watch them wrestle. Let Brutus do a cannonball, and the crowd will be just fine. I promise.
Diamond Mine. That's a good name. I feel like
I like Diamond. I
like Chase U. Diamond Mine and Chase U should always be like NXT factions.
I hear that. I actually think Chase U could probably get over on the main roster. Just have a whole.
It maybe could.
I feel like there's
so much sense being in NXT though.
Yeah, it does. It does. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I have Julius winning this one. To be honest,
respectable.
I know
it's probably.
I just feel like they're not leaving NXT, but if they leave NXT, hopefully they do all go up together. But it does sound a little crazy to be like, well, Kemp is losing his first singles feud, but I really don't.
I mean, not really.
I don't know what else he's gonna do at this point now that he's out of Diamond Mine, unless he's gonna be, sort of the new singles.
North American title would look good with him.
We'll talk about that.
We're
gonna get to that in a little bit. Yeah, I don't know what's next for Kemp after this. He's sort of the weird man in this whole
heal
thing.
It up.
Yeah, I mean, he'll have a lot of heat, obviously, because NXT, he did it down there, and we know how the crowd is. Obviously, it's easy to either get loved or hated.
Oh yeah.
I just don't know. I don't know why he had to split and why we're having this feud. Really, I think the Diamond Mine forever could have just stayed together.
Maybe that's just who he is. Maybe he likes to infiltrate organizations and then just destroy them from the inside out.
Wait a second. What if?
Okay, we got a what if.
He comes back with his brother.
See, I mean, they could go that route. And they definitely could.
And then that way they get his ass into NXT because goddamn, he hasn't done shit.
He's not going to the main roster. No.
What if he gets his bro?
It would make sense. It definitely would.
Battle of the Bros.
Sense. Yep.
Do a wrestling battle of the Bros.
You would have to have Julian win that match. You would have to. Yeah.
I hear that. Now thinking about that, I kind of want to see the Battle of the Bros.
Team. They could be a tag team too. Yeah.
Kind of want to see Battle of the Bros. Kind of.
Damien, he's definitely got the promo skills. Like.
Yeah, he definitely shot
his in ring. His in ring isn't the worst either. Like he is a solid wrestler all around, and maybe his brother needs that, like, to help him in the beginning
He needs
before they want to
NXT
try and get him
regardless.
over.
Yeah, he needs
Yeah.
NXT regardless. They should
Yeah.
not try to just shoehorn him into Raw. But we're down to our top 3. The 3 title matches on the card tomorrow. Elba Fire looks to burn down the reign.
Yes.
The champion, Mandy Rose and Toxic Attraction, as they have brought in Sonya Deville into the fold. That feels like it's going to be something that comes into play.
Getting ready for that call up.
But nonetheless, I'm going with Alba Fire.
Yeah, me too.
I've said this a couple times to you. I think it's about due time Mandy loses that belt. I wouldn't have had her win at Worlds Collide, but it obviously looks like Satomura is not going to be around for that long. It looks like she might be taking some time off for a little while. She obviously wrestled against Roxanne Perez a few weeks ago and hasn't been back since. That would have been my choice, but it seems like they wanted obviously some sort of representation of the belt, although Mandy was gone, but she got married and all that stuff, if I'm not mistaken, or went on a honeymoon. She did some shit. I know she got engaged. I know she got engaged or whatever it was. So she was obviously off of TV for a little while. Yeah. But she is back now to defend her women's champion. And what better way to do it than literally one of the best NXT UK women's champions.
Hashtag and
new. And literally one of the better women on the roster currently still in NXT, because she has steamrolled just about everybody. There's like nobody left.
I agree with all that. All of it. Alba Fire, new women's champ. Simple.
Plain and simple. Plain and
simple as that.
Yeah. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Although Mandy's probably gonna win, and Toxic Attraction's probably gonna get involved.
I think they're gonna lose, and all 4 of them are gonna go back to the main roster.
Sonya brings them up. Like I called for some friends.
Yeah, Mandy called me to get a little bit of help when she was away. Now I'm bringing them up to help me out. But
no, Sonya's not even.
She was teaming with Natalya.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
Who did she wrestle? What'd she just do? Oh, she teamed with Xia Li actually to wrestle Shotzi and Raquel actually a couple weeks ago. That's what it was at the SmackDown that I went to. Now that I think about it, she's not even really feuding with anyone, so I don't know what Mandy would why Sonya would need them. So that would be some shit. I would still get it if she was in management position. You know,
maybe that's what she's trying. Like, she's been through so many people, like tag team partners, since Mandy went to NXT. Like, she had the whole thing of bouncing back and forth as management. She hasn't really stuck anywhere since being in management.
Right.
Maybe the way to have her stick is like the manager of Toxic Attraction.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll definitely have to see where that goes. But we have a ladder match. North American Championship was vacated due to Solo Sikoa not being a eligible participant. Yeah, yada yada yada. Did our courses of qualifier matches. Former North American champion Carmelo Hayes, former NXT Tag Team Champion Wesley,
I'm pretty sure he just got destroyed by Carmelo.
Former NXT UK Tag Team Champion Oro Mensah.
Okay.
Formerly known as Oliver Carter. Former Heritage Cup winner Nathan Frazier, if I remember correctly. I believe he was a Heritage Cup winner. I'm not too sure. I'm gonna have to fact check that. And then the big bad Von Wagner. The 5 men participating in the North American ladder match. We have some speed. We have some high flying. We have some power. We have a little bit of technical wrestling. And we have a bit of a wild card in Oro Mensah, who we have not seen a lot of on our screens. But we are probably due for probably the fastest match of the night and probably the most exciting match of the night. With everything that a lot of these guys can do, I'm expecting Melo to probably hit his shot from the top of the ladder, little leg drop action. I think that'll be really cool. I think Von Wagner will obviously have his big moment, doing some sort of powerhouse thing. Hopefully, he doesn't get buried under ladders or any of that.
He definitely is. He definitely is.
I hate that spot with a passion.
It's how you keep the big man down.
Bury the biggest guy down.
Exactly.
Bumba, I'll start with you. Who's winning and
Why
why?
would you start with me? I don't know who's
Because
winning, bro.
you're a liar.
Okay, I can tell
You've
you
been
who's not
petitioning
winning.
for one guy and
I
one guy
have,
only.
but him getting
for
destroyed.
weeks.
Yeah, Wesley is my pick, right? But like,
You know how it
I
goes.
don't
You
know.
lose before the pay-per-view and
Yeah,
then
nah, I
get
hear it. I tell you, the most unlikely winner is probably Nathan. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But you know what? Maybe that's why they give it to him, because like you wouldn't really expect it. And that's why
set to be in a
while
tag
you
team.
were literally naming everybody out, I was like, maybe I should say Oro, bro. Like it's unexpected. Like I don't think Carmelo's getting it again. I don't think he's gonna be a 3-time. Trick is probably gonna try and help him, and then Von Wagner's gonna take him out. Von Wagner has actually been impressing me as of these past 2 weeks with his promo skills. He's actually been kind of funny. But I don't see them putting. It is between Wes and Oro, I guess, and maybe Nate. I don't know, bro. I'm gonna go Wes. I'm gonna go Wes.
Mr. Wesley, yeah, I hear it. It's definitely there's definitely some options here. The routes are a little different. I wouldn't want to see Hayes win it. I'm ready for Hayes to take the next step. Let's get him into NXT main event picture. Let's get him challenging for the belt. Let's get him wrestling some of these guys. How about him versus Tyler Bates? Tyler Bates swing his pretty yellow face back around. JD McDonough get a match in. Ilya Dragunov maybe get a match in. Let's start floating him around in this main event scene finally, because it's almost time for a call-up for that boy. He nice.
Yes.
That boy nice. Boy nice. Moving on with Oro Mensah. I don't believe I have a lot of faith in him being the new guy on the roster. To be real, I don't think they're going to put the shock value.
Can I say one name, though? One name to be like, no, you got that. Leon Ruff.
Look at him now.
I know, but like it's a shock moment. Like they definitely could.
Yeah, no, I hear it. I don't know about that. Frazier, obviously, I have been saying this since he started his friendly rivalry with Axiom. I think they're going to be a tag team at some point. I just feel like that is the route for them. They're the high-flying, super exciting tag team in the NXT tag team division. They're sort of lacking that right now, although Anafe and Malik Blade kind of Eldris Anafe and Malik Blade, they kind of do a little bit of the high flying, but there is no just standout pop-up tag team that's doing some of this athletic stuff, and I think this will be the team to do so. Von Wagner, obviously the big powerhouse. He had his street match against Solo a few weeks ago, or a couple months ago at this point. Hasn't been doing too much, threw some people in the crowd for a couple times. I think that was Wesley that he tried to murder. Yeah, I actually think it was Wesley that he tried to murder.
Nice.
Now that I think about it.
Nice.
Yeah, because Sanga's tried to stick up for him. I think, I think Von Wagner had a match because
Sanga and Veer, bro.
But yeah, and then obviously Wesley, who basically has the story written for him right now after everything he's been through, stripped of his tag team championship due to unforeseen events, some unfortunate times.
And the story between Wes and Oro,
almost written.
They were like, "Yeah, I was a tag champ, got taken away. You too, bro." It's like, oh, twinsies, yeah.
I don't want that to be a tag team. I hope they don't shoot him into a tag team.
Oh, that'd be tough.
But yeah, the almost screams Wesley.
Yeah. That's why it's
the
probably
Wesley run.
Not gonna be him.
Yeah, and my pick, I think it's gonna be Von Wagner.
Good.
I think it's gonna be Von Wagner.
I'm glad you took him. Good job.
I think it's gonna be Von Wagner, to be honest. I've been more impressed with him than you have over the last few months. You've been coming around more now that he's been talking a little more, getting some more screen time. Other than I'm just, big
I'm
bad.
Stand in the background while these people stand in front of me and talk for me.
Pretty much.
And then the matches are at best,
I think he doesn't have a ton of room to improve, to be honest. I don't think he has a ton of room to improve, but I think he has enough where he's should be decent. I don't know about some multi-time world champion type shit, but
Yeah,
I think he can get good enough that he can definitely play that mid card, maybe upper mid card level. And of course, it's not without WWE's attempt to potentially push him into the main event scene at some
of
point
course.
because he has the big look, the blonde
The
hair.
hair,
You know what I mean?
luscious hair. Yeah,
But I think this is the Von Wagner moment. Von Wagner wins the North
I
American ladder
feel it.
match. That's just my prediction.
And is that because you
Although
don't want that
it's
spot?
what do you mean?
The ladder spot where he gets buried. And he
Well,
wins simply to avoid
probably
that.
coming. It's probably coming. It does feel like a babyface champion is probably coming, which wouldn't surprise me if West or Frazier end up winning. Because we just had Hayes, and then Hayes obviously beat Grimes, and that whole
Yep.
thing didn't work out. And Grimes is probably due for a call up soon.
Oh yeah.
So a babyface champion wouldn't surprise me. We had Solo for about a week.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Vaughn. Give him kind of like what I mentioned to you a little while. You kind of have to when Wheeler Yuta versus MJF promo, you kind of have to see if these guys are gonna sink or swim.
Right.
See what this guy can do with a championship. You are seeing what he can do on our screen now, shooting promos and talking a little bit here and there more often and more frequently. So you want to see if he's any fucking good. You want to see if he's the next Edge, like they were
Reports,
fawning over in the beginning when he first decided to sign. Like you kind of have to see what the hell this guy's made of. So give him a championship run, mid card, and your developmental. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that.
I feel it. No, there isn't. Definitely isn't.
And finally, our main event.
Love it. Shout out, Mark.
Triple threat match. Tomorrow.
Marking. Oh. Yeah. It'll be his first NXT.
Tonight, watching NXT regularly. So you are now a Tuesday watcher. Good for you, buddy. Good for you.
I text him all the time, like, hey, you gonna end up watching it? He's like, oh,
good for you.
I'm gonna get to it,
But the main event,
yes, sir.
Braun Breaker defends his unified, undisputed NXT Universal WWE Championship of
don't
the
forget
world.
the UK.
Yeah, I don't know. It's still the UK Championship as of right now, so I'm glad they haven't been doing any unified or nothing like that. So that's good. But Braun Breaker will take on JD McDonough versus Ilya Dragunov in a triple threat match. Probably one of the better matches. Honestly, NXT just keeps producing really good matches. I'm not gonna lie, especially for these pay-per-views. So I'm super excited for this, and I'm gonna say it now. Ilya Dragunov pins JD McDonough.
Okay.
And then at NXT Deadline, since that's apparently the next spot, you can have the official one-on-one Dragunov Breaker rematch.
I feel it.
But JD's here to eat the pin, and let's get spicy. Give that belt to Ilya Dragunov. Because he said, I never lost in the first place. And if I was at Worlds Collide, I would have been the champion. I would have never lost.
Yep.
Let's do it. We keep Breaker safe from eating the pin, and I'm all right with that. And then we get a legitimate one-on-one contest between these two later on down the line in a couple months. That's what I want. I love Breaker because I feel like he's main roster bound at some point anyways. But if we're going to let the NXT UK boys run NXT for a little while, Ilya, JD, Bates, Hayes, if he decide to elevate him, they're going to put on a lot of bangers. So let's get the bell out, Ilya. Let's get Breaker in at the Royal Rumble, and let's get ready for post-Mania season.
Okay, and that's not spicy enough, bro.
Let's go.
You want some spice?
Also,
JD's winning.
No way.
JD's winning.
Hell yeah.
He's actually winning because Kevin Owens like nobody wants this man to be champ, and so when he becomes champ, the boo is gonna be ridiculous. But Theory's cashing in, bro. He's cashing in. Let's do it. That's spicy.
Austin
and
Theory
I'm
is
here
the
for
new
it.
NXT champion.
Austin Theory is going to be
Probably
cheered. He's going to be so cheered when he beats JD, right? And then when he shows up on Wednesday, he's going to be like, oh, it's so great to have this. Tuesday, my bad. Got him flipped.
Why not?
But when he pulls up on NXT, because he's partying, bro. He's chilling. He's got the title.
Partying all weekend.
He comes back on NXT. And of course he starts he's like, oh, I'm so happy, glad we could do it together. And he just shits on the crowd. And Austin Theory's your champion, bro. I love the
fucking
tease
hope
that they
not.
did. I love that tease that they did at the end of NXT. Simply saying like, "Yo, I have it. I can." Just because it's the NXT title, don't mean I won't cash in on it.
Well, we saw Edge do that for the
Yep.
his Rumble win.
Yep. So
And then we
why
obviously
not?
saw Charlotte do it against Rhea at Mania.
Why not, bro?
So
Do it. Do it. JD
my
wins by
only
pinning Ilya.
my only issue with that whole ending was basically the fact Ilya said, "Who the fuck are you?" and
Pretty
he pulled the
much.
shit out of him. Which
Yep.
was so, if
Yep.
anything, it should have been Breaker standing in the middle of there, would have holding his championship. So it was a little wonky looking. It was a little wonky looking, but
maybe that's just like what they wanted Ilya. Like, pay this man no mind because you don't care what he has. You're Ilya. You're taking everybody out with headbutts. You'll take him out with a headbutt too.
wow, JD.
I think it's interesting.
So we did not. Neither one of us have picked Braun Breaker to retain, which
and
is
he's probably gonna
most,
retain.
which is most likely gonna happen.
Give me JD winning, and if there's no cash in, JD still wins.
Wow, I mean, I think Theory gets a bunch of heat either way.
Yeah,
especially if he cashes in on
that was so perfect to throw in there.
Mm.
Yeah, no, you like it.
I don't know if I do. I really don't know if I do.
Yes,
I really don't know if I do.
All right.
I really don't. It's going to be interesting to see sort of where that plays out. Because we were literally just talking about like what the fuck is Theory supposed to do with this
exactly.
At some point, like, is he going to lose?
He's not getting those titles off of Roman, bro. And if he was to lose
no one is.
If he was to have a match for his briefcase and he loses it, everyone's gonna be like, "Of course, you didn't want him to be your briefcase holder in the first place." You know, this is to give him a legitimate run, I guess, with the briefcase. We're not giving you the main event, you know, of W. We'll give you the NXT champion. Be happy with it, bro. Be happy with it. He left NXT unexpectedly to go to the main roster. Maybe this was his plan the whole time. He wanted the briefcase so he could have his chance.
Triple H sat down with him and was like, "Listen, I got some bad news, buddy.
Pretty much.
I know what Vince has done for you for the last year,
right?
But I'm your daddy now.
Pretty much.
You're
gonna be NXT champ.
Oh, that'd
be happy.
That would be so crazy. It would be for a very interesting story. It definitely would. I would just no. But it's just, what does he do with the briefcase? He has been one of the most intriguing briefcase holders just because of the position he was put in.
Yep.
We said it before. Vince basically stuck the briefcase on him and it was just a giant fuck you to us and the fan, you know, to the fans.
Pretty much.
And then it was an even bigger fuck you to Triple H and Stephanie and Nick.
Figure it out.
Taking over. Yeah, like, it's your problem now. They don't want me to do this shit anymore. You guys do something with it. So if but would that make him a Hunter guy then? Hunter's just like, hey, we're gonna put my baby championship on you. Like, damn, this is crazy.
My only thing about what's been happening to Theory since Triple H took over is, yes, he's been losing left and right. Yes.
I think it's good. I love it.
But why does that not make him a Triple H guy? Like, when he was brought into NXT, everyone was literally clamoring. Like, this dude is like 22 years old. He looks great. He's going to be a world champion one day. Like, people, even before, like, he got to the main, like, people were already gushing about him. And then
he became a Triple
it's
guy. He became a
but does that mean like he got some disease that he can't, you know, like Triple H is going to do
fans,
what he feels best. Yeah, I hear it.
Fans, absolutely.
I hear it, yeah.
That's really kind of how it goes. It's just bad opinions.
Dude's been losing left and right on the main roster. Why not go down to the developmental and be like, I'm still better than all of you? Yeah, I've been losing on Raw and SmackDown and pay-per-views left and right. But if y'all were in my position, y'all wouldn't even be the briefcase holder. I'm better than all of you, and now I'm your champion, pretty much.
That'd be some shit. He definitely got to figure out what's going on with that briefcase. But if he ends up going back down to NXT and becoming the champion, that's gonna be some interesting shit.
Agreed.
That's definitely gonna be some interesting shit.
Agreed.
Does he like just still take a bunch of selfies and send them to Vince like, Daddy,
of course.
I did it.
Yeah, but
Daddy, I did it.
That's when he gets disowned because Vince hates NXT, bro.
Oh, boy. But that's going to do it for us here at RGTP on this fine Friday. Tune in next Friday when we will talk about what the hell happened after Halloween Havoc. We will talk some AEW, some WWE. We'll talk some NXT. We'll talk all the good stuff. And then, of course, before that, we'll be back here on Wednesday. Talk more about the NBA season as the season rolls on. We got some interesting shit. The Lakers looking pretty damn bad.
Dog shit.
76ers are still winless. Ben Simmons fouling out of games. We
And
got to see.
Christian McCaffrey is a 49er.
And Christian McCaffrey's a 49er, which that means RGTP Power Rankings will be back with a banger. It's going to be insane. It's going to be awesome. All that and more. Make sure to tune in. Mamba, let the folks know what they got to do.
Like, comment, share, subscribe. Noties on. Have a great day, morning, evening, night.
Peace. We'll have a good one. Da-na-na, da-na-na. Yeah, Christian McCaffrey, though. That's a tough one. You saw he was suited up at the practice field?
He's already suited up.
Bro, he's already at practice.
I mean, it makes a lot of sense for him to go. Yo, this shit still says alive. Are we still live?
Broadcast is ending.
Okay. I mean, like, it makes sense, though, because he went to Stanford, you know? They have a run-heavy offense. Like, it makes so much sense. And all they gave up was a second, third, and a fourth. They kept their first. If they have their first, I don't even know if they have their first.
I don't think they do because it was part of the trade up to get Trey Lance. So I honestly don't think they have a first. I think they traded 3.
Is it with the Dolphins? It's still with the Dolphins, ain't it?
I have no clue.
That's tough. That's tough.
I know we're still here, Ambition. Trust me, I see. Trust me,
We're just chilling. Ambition. Do you want us to leave? Damn.
We have errors on ending. Doesn't want to end.